Guys, welcome back to LFC Cup, and today we'll be previewing another stressful match. Well, we had one last week. We're going to go through the same thing again. This might have actually more stress on it because there's going to be an actual winner and loser, which is going to be great. I cannot wait to go through a heart attack again. I don't want that shit to happen again, you know. I'm going to end up in hospital at this rate. So yeah, if we rotate our whole side last game against Benfica, which was good, we rested, I think, 7-8 players. It didn't matter. History books will tell us we won that game, not we drew. We won the tie. That's what matters. And if you look at Man City's match, I mean, I look at that. I delayed the match reaction by 5 minutes because I wanted to watch the last 5 minutes of that game. And look, without even knowing, I watched the highlights, of course. You can tell Man City went to war. I mean, they went through the rings. They probably did UFC and fucking boxing in the same fucking match. I mean, on the same day, same match. Like, I mean, they went through the wars and ended up with a couple players injured, like Kyle Walker and KDB. Kyle Walker looks definitely out. Let's be real. Kyle Walker is out. I think we can all agree on that. But KDB, look, Pep can say whatever the fuck he wants. We all know he fucking bullshits in front of us every single fucking time. Because that's what he fucking does. He once said Napoli is the hardest team he's ever faced, so you know he's bullshitting. Like, so I would expect the big game play KDB to start, but Ruben Dias will come into the side, I'm very, very sure. Because he was on the bench against Atletico Madrid, so common sense prevails, he plays this next game. So, yeah. And our players will be way fresher. Think about it, right? Our players will be fresh. We've rested the whole squad. The game against Benfica, it was very good for game management, game minutes, taking off players after 60 minutes, being on players the last half an hour. So make Pep go wild. You know, this is Klopp using Pep a little bit here because Klopp is making Pep overthink who's gonna start. He's like, who is going to start? I don't know. Oh shit. They play 60 minutes here, they play 50 minutes here. Oh no. Oh shit, we're fucked. Like, he said we're in trouble, let's be real, he's not in trouble. He's got a nearly fully fit side, bar Kyle Walker, I'm pretty sure that won't play, as I said. If this game goes to extra time, I would honestly back us. Right, to win. They will be so tired. Look, they poured everything into that tie. Into that game against Atletico Madrid away. I mean, look, if Angel Correa was more clinical, it probably would have been extra fucking time. And that would be even more perfect. If you remember the watch long, if you remember, every 5 minutes I went to check the result. I was there, okay, fuck, it's still 0-0. I was hoping for Atletico Madrid would score because I knew Man City will not break down that defense. They only broke it down last time because Lodi is a fucking shit. So yeah, for this game, look, there's some things I look back at that game against Man City last week, and thought that we had a lack of control midfield. I think at max that game we had a 10-minute spell where we were on them. Like, I mean, we put on the back foot 10 minutes max. The rest of the time we just counter-attack and just be extremely efficient in front of goal. Like, I mean, we have 4 shots, 2 goals. That's very, very efficient. You cannot sustain that for very long. You can't do that. So there's certain players I would start this game, and I have put it in my lineup as well. Because I think Klopp will have learnt from last time we played Man City last week. And, you know, if you don't learn, you'll continue to fuck up. Like, some players you might think that should not start, but I personally would start because it's how the game should be played. You can say it's a cup competition, all man wins, you don't need control, all you need is a fucking goal and boom, goal. Well, guess what? The player I'm going to choose to play in the front 3, I'm not going to tell you just yet. But he can press from the front and give him less time to exploit a high line because they will be more rushed. And if you watch that late game against Man City, they exploit a high line time after time after time. Guess what? If we score first, right, I wanted to drop 20 yards. I honestly trust us, right, to defend deep, and keep Man City at bay. I mean, I trust our defense to park the bus if we go 1-0 up. If we go 1-0 up, I'm confident we'll win the game. If Man City score first again, we'll probably go through the same pain again. We cannot defend, right? We cannot, and I mean cannot, defend how we defend against Man City last week. We played like shit and still got a point. I mean, that's Who can say I played shit and got a point against Man City? Who can say that? No real team can actually say that apart from us. Man City probably played at their best and still didn't win. They were just pretty shit in front of goal, let's be real. That game could be done at half time if they had fucking Harry Kane or Haaland up front. So yeah, I'm going to get into the team lineup right now. This is where I'm going to reveal obviously who's going to start up front. I made a couple of changes for the game against Man City last week because I feel like, as I said, we need more control and I think this would be better suited to the game tomorrow. So in goal is Alisson Becker. I don't think we'll argue with that. He keeps his spot. The defense is going to be the same as last week. Trent, Van Dijk, Matip, and Robertson. I know starting Matip 3 games in a week is... Yeah, exactly. I mean, you will get a heart attack. So I would not be too surprised if Konate start this game. But if we saw how Konate defend the high line against Benfica, you'd be a little bit nervous. But he's got recovery pace, so you've got that on his side. Trent will start for sure. Like, I mean, we made barely any change in the back line. I would start Matip because he's got such a relationship with Van Dijk and it makes no sense to change it. If we go extra time, yes, sub off Matip. He's going to get injured in extra time. It's inevitable. So, yeah. In midfield, Fabinho, Thiago, and I'm not going to decide to start Henderson. I'm going to start Keita. And I'll tell you why. Against Man City, we were far too... Henderson was too safe with his passing, too passive, and he's just... The game was just too quick for him. I mean, he got overrun. Yeah, defensively he did well, but he offered us absolutely nothing going forward. Like, zero. Like we were basically a 2-man midfield. Maybe even 1 because Fabinho played shit that game. So, yeah, that's the change I'll make. Because Naby Keita, that, right? Is more progressive, more adventurous. And, you know, yes, I sometimes question his defending. Sometimes, but... all you need to do is cover for Trent, who's literally vacated, and I mean, vacated the right flank, and I mean, surely we can deal with that. Fuck my life, my nose is so itchy. So yeah, we can definitely play Keita, and he'll be more progressive. I think he'll be better suited for this game. I think he would definitely offer us a chance to win the midfield battle against Man City. That's the way it'll come down to tomorrow, the midfield battle. If you don't win that, then you'll be relying, like last week, on efficiency up front, which is not sustainable for long periods of time. And up front, I've got Mo Salah, because who else the fuck would I start? My god, my nose is on fire. Mo Salah. Bobby Firmino's going to start. As I said, press from the front. Oh my word. Press from the front, and so that way you don't give time for Man City to bypass their midfield and literally get Raheem Sterling running in behind, because I am almost very sure he's going to start tomorrow. I'm sure he will. I mean, he spoiled our highlight many times. It makes no sense for him not to start. And I think Jack Grealish will start, which will help Trent, because Jack Grealish is not Riyad Mahrez. And yeah. And Luis Diaz starts simply because Jota, right, is not 100%. Klopp said in his press conference, it could be mind games, it could be gamesmanship. But for what I would personally do, if someone has a slight if we have a slight doubt on him, just don't play him. We've got a fully fit squad to choose from. I mean, you don't need to risk anyone. If you lose a player now, you're likely going to lose him for the rest of the season. It's fact. We're playing 3 games a week, actually. 3 games a week. I mean, we'll be mad, and I mean mad, right, to play Jota if he has a doubt. And Luis Diaz for me starts as well. Oh, I already said that shit. So yeah, that's my front 3. Luis Diaz is gonna be very direct. Remember, no Kyle Walker. So I'd imagine their fullback will be Cancelo on the right, and then maybe neither Ake or Zinchenko left back. And I mean that's easy money for Salah. Cancelo is still not easy money, right or left back. So that's not. But I would be far more comfortable having the left back being very weak for Man City. So yeah, that's a place where we should exploit tomorrow, and Mo Salah should do the trick with Ake or Zinchenko. Come on now, it's not Cancelo. So yeah, on the bench is Quibi Kelleher, Costas Tsimikas, Ibu Konate, James Milner, Henderson, Jones, Jota, Mane, and I'm going to throw a wild card, Divock Origi, and I'll explain why. If we go extra time, you want them on penalties. It's as simple as that. But also, if we're in the mud, we can rely on him to score us a winner or an equaliser. I mean, it makes complete sense to have him on the bench. You would not drop him, especially when there's a possible chance of a penalty shootout. I mean, you'd be pretty dumb to not have Origi on the bench. And yeah, it is what it is. He might be shit, but he comes up clutch when we need him to come up clutch. Yes, he might be off to AC Milan soon, but who cares? He's focused on Liverpool. He's contracted to Liverpool. It makes no sense to leave him in the dust for the rest of the season. Let's just use him now, when he's going to be at his best clutch moments. That's why we have Origi. If we're in the mud, as I said, bring on Origi, and the rest is history. He's done it 2 times at least, well, a couple times actually, because he's that clutch. So yeah, what's my score prediction? I'm gonna say it's gonna be 2-1. I think Man City will score, but I think we'll score first. I think Luis Diaz, and I'm going to say my wild card, Divock Origi will score. I actually think Origi will score. And by the way, it will end in 90 minutes. Not extra time on penalties. I can't live through that shit anymore. That's too painful for me to go through penalty shootouts and fucking extra time again. I mean, come on, man. We did that against Chelsea. If you watch that watch long, I was so relieved that we fucking won the match. If you watch against Man City, that's a whole new level of stress and anxiety. So, yeah, I think it will end in 90 minutes, and I think we'll win a 2-1. For who scores for them? I'm just gonna say Gundogan will score for them. I mean, he's a goal scoring midfielder, and Man City have a team they play 6 midfielders up front. So, yeah, they don't have a striker. And yeah, I think that's my score prediction. I think Pep Guardiola will lose his shit, because that's all he does. Man City team will be mentally fucked because they went through two war zones. They went to the Gulag twice and only won once. So yeah, that's it for my preview in the FA Cup semi-final we have tomorrow against Manchester City. If you enjoyed the preview, like the video, comment down below your starting 11 predictions and the score prediction, because I want to know what you guys think. Hopefully you say a Liverpool win. If you don't say a Liverpool win, then I'm assuming you're a Man United fan, Everton fan, or a Man City fan. Or Chelsea fan. Like, I mean, a Liverpool fan would not say Liverpool won't win. No matter what the circumstances is. So, yeah. That's going to be it from me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on notification bells for more content like this. Tomorrow it will be the watch along and the match reaction. Hopefully, it's a positive result. And we go to the final. We're potentially going to be top of the Premier League. No, okay, I lied. We're not there yet. Imagine this. FA Cup final. 1 point behind Man City. Man City can drop points at any moment. And let's be real, we got an easier tie than Man City in the second leg against Villarreal. The quadruple's on, you know. It is on. So, yeah. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.